What's up, everybody? This is Penn. Welcome back to the channel. So recently I moved as the Dune and the Dune to the testing part of the setup at my desk, my lab setup, whatever you want to call it, things like that. So I moved it from my big screen over to the desk, and I changed the tripod setup somewhat. So this will be going over the inconsistencies of the Dune HD 4K plus media player. All right, so first thing is recently got that new Transformers. Oh shoot, hope that don't, well, I think that was like the background environment that played. Hold up, I gotta turn that down. Turn this down real quick. By me recording from the television, things like that, have more control over what you can see. So, if you see any reflection, you know, my television is by my computer. So that's the reflection that you're seeing if you do see it on video. So Dune on the latest beta firmware, you know, it likes to throw things into a collection, all right? Now, what had happened was the previous Transformer movies that came out before Rise of the Beast, you know, that's the new one, that's the latest one. When I added it to my collection, it put everything in a group, in a collection, things like that, and I'll show you. Now, I can understand why Bumblebee, even though it's part of the Transformers universe, I can understand why this is its own separate movie and not in a collection. I can understand that. But this is the inconsistency that I'm talking about. So I have Transformers Rise of the Beast and I have Transformers Collection. Now, Dune, if you're watching the video, because I'm not going to be in the AVS forums or things like that, I'm just going to do my review process on my channel, and I'm just going to be uploading my results as I find them. Transformers Collection is all here, but my whole thing is the new one is outside the court. So it's like, if you're going to force everything to be in a collection, if a movie have multiple parts to it, like a Transformers, then stay true to the feature that you release with the latest firmware update. You know, don't be inconsistent, things like that. So I had an issue with this. Is it a deal breaker? I don't necessarily think it would be a deal breaker. It's still going to play the film. I'm just saying from a UI standpoint, there needs to be like some form of like overhaul or testing or update to where you have the ability to manually add things into a collection or break the collection up. For example, if I use the pop-up menu, I should be able to break this up, or it should have additional options to where instead of it being one collection and you seeing Transformers, I can at least make it to where they're all separate or add it manually. So that's just something that needs to be worked on, in my personal opinion. Now, when you click into the movie, this is the part where, because Dune has a legit poster wall. If I need to show it again, I will. If I press A on the original remote, as you can see, the different views change. Some of you are used to this view. This is the default view. Believe me, you can change this if this looks boring to you. Things like that. So my preferred view, since there's not a lot of movies in this, is this view right here. It's showing me 3 rows, and it's giving me a vertical, and it's giving me my horizontal. So So this is what I like. I'll go into like the Great Wall. This is a nice 4K reference film. So when you click into it, it's not bad, but it can have some other consistencies, along with the examples that you may see on some of the other media players. Not saying that it should be a clone of something, but this can be redesigned, gives you your trailers, gives you your description, things like that. That's all here. Similar, movies not in the collection. This is all nice so that you can maybe find things that's not in the collection or what you don't have in your library. I like the section actually. Favorite, and there's more. Now, I just think that although this isn't bad, some people may not find this to be visually appealing, but it does play back. The playback on this thing, I will say, is damn near flawless. But sometimes it can ask you for a match. I think mine's matched correctly. Let me see. Maybe I can do like a TV show example to where it would ask you, is this the file you're referring to? Let me see if I can go in here and do it, if it's possible. Nah. Yeah, okay, okay, perfect. I'm glad I didn't go through everything and fix this. So you see where it says confirmation of match between file and movie is required. So, this is My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 1. Yes, this is correct. I've never seen this on any other media server / client application, even on the Sadu. I have experience with a lot of these different applications and even across, multiple devices. And this just never came up. I guess it wants you to confirm, like, it's okay. But this is it. So if I press B, that's going to fix all that. And it's going to go to Season 4, Episode 1. Season 5, Episode 1. Okay. Season 6, Episode 1. And now it's cleared. So you notice there that it didn't do Season 3, Episode 2. It jumped to 4, then jumped to 5, and then jumped to 6. So I don't know what that's about. I don't even think Dune has provided clarity on that, to be quite honest. And it's just something to talk about. I mean, listen, like I said, are these big deals or deal breakers? I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies. It's just a part of the review process. Things like that. It does it again on this for Demon Slayer. Don't know why. I don't know why it needs to confirm the match between a file and a movie. I just, because when I'm showing the process, when I'm showing you how I rename the stuff locally for those that's interested in this process, if your in-game media player is a device such as this, I've made content around renaming, things like that, to automate and help things go smoother and more efficient. But if you're renaming your content and the device and the application is finding the correct metadata, why does it need a confirmation? That's just telling me that even though it's in beta, it's something that Dune isn't confident, I don't know, in their scrapers, to where you need to manually check that everything is good. And that's weird. That's, I'm gonna be upfront. That is weird. All right. So let me see. So that's pretty much covers the Dune portion. I mean, the UI, it is what it is, to be quite frank. I think the best user interface for a device like this is when you are on the latest beta firmware, which you can find here. You just make sure you ignore the beta versions. Check. No new firmware version available. If you're on the latest stable, you'll have a different interface in this than what I'm showcasing. So just keep that in mind, and you'll have to watch my content in chronological order to be up to speed with what I'm talking about generally as it relates to this video. So that's really it on the Dune portion, things like that. Just wanted to point that out. When it comes to actually playing the content, I don't have any consistency issues at all. It's pretty much flawless. Gives the posters and everything. Listen, when it comes to the presentation, there are some things that can be worked on, not gonna lie. But the playback is definitely its strong point when it comes to a device like this. But if you're going to force everything into a collection that has multiple parts, you just got to be consistent. Make the options. I'll just say make the options and make it clear, and, you know, make them consistent across the board. All right. So didn't want to make this a long video. For those of you that have this device, you know, what do you find that's inconsistent about the Dune media player or the Dune experience and whatnot? Let me know. You know, I'll be reading the comments, responding to if anybody have any questions. I don't get everything, but I do try to respond to majority of the comments, things like that, if not all. So this is Penn sign out. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Goodbye.